Now, it's so much deeper than that. We can go way deeper than those four circles. And we've actually created a tool to help do that. It's called the Relationship Roadmap. We're going to unpack that for you here in just a moment. It is very detailed. There's a lot of academics and a lot of theory. We've pieced together hundreds of books that we've read over the last 10 years into our own proprietary roadmap that we call the Relationship Roadmap. So we're giving you a heads up, we're giving you a fair warning. It's academic, it's deep. We're going to give you the flyover version, and just know that on our website, through our free trainings, through our webinars, the workshops, this is what we do. And so if you engage with us in a one-on-one setting or in a small group, maybe invite us into your organization to speak, or maybe into your life group or your Sunday school group or whatever it is, we can go much deeper. Here's the flyover of what we call the Relationship Roadmap. Okay, here we go. Starts in the bottom left. We're going to work our way through this, and we're going to unpack the Relationship Roadmap for you. Bottom left, start here. This is nature. This is the day you were born. On the day you were born, genetics, family systems, birth order, time and place. These are the things that happened and were given to you on the day you were born. You may say, time and place, how in the world does that matter? Let me give you an example. Our oldest daughter, Peyton, was born in January of 2000. Because she was born that year, that put her in college during COVID. That had an impact on her life. That had an impact on her experiences. The time and place where she was born, we're not saying is right, wrong, good or bad. We're not saying it's lucky or unlucky. We're just saying it matters. It has an impact on her life, okay? So nature, the day we were born and what was handed to us on the day we were born. Then we get into our nurture. These are the things that have happened to us or that we've collected over the years from the day we were born until today. Our life experiences, the environments in which we've participated, neighborhoods, teams, organizations, all those kind of things, the people around us, the different events that we've been through, and then our education, both our formal education as well as our informal education. We roll all that together. That's our nature and our nurture. This is who we are, right? We roll all that together. And from that, from all of those nature and nurture examples, we develop three things, okay? We develop conclusions, we develop convictions, and we develop conditions. Let me talk about those very, very quickly. Remember, we can talk about this for weeks, but I'm giving you the speedy version right now. Conclusions. This is the story that we tell ourselves. The story we tell ourselves about our own value, our own identity, and our own purpose. VIP. It's the story we tell ourselves. It's the conclusions we've come to, right, wrong, good, or bad. The story we tell ourselves. Convictions. These are our beliefs and our biases, those strongly held beliefs and even biases. And we have biases. We think they're beliefs, but they're really more biases. Again, we talk about that later. But those foundational things that make us who we are, that are convictions of what we believe. And then conditions. We throw this in because it does matter. This would be things like, I'll give you an example. My father-in-law, at the time of this recording, my father-in-law is in late stages of dementia. That is a condition that he has developed. Lots of reasons for it. We're not getting into that right now, but that is a condition that he is living with, and that does impact how he relates to and with people today. Okay? So from our nature, from our nurture, we each develop conclusions, convictions, and conditions. And those three C words live somewhere. They live in a place called our mindset. Think about those three C words living inside a place called our mindset. Okay? Now, our mindset is super important to us, right? If you think about that, if you think about it, it's all driven from our nature and our nurture. So these things mean a lot to us, right? These are highly important things to us. And so we have to protect them, we think. And so we put armor around our mindset. This is where the self-preservation comes in that we've talked about before. This is the armor of self-preservation. Todd, what in the world are you talking about? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you 7 examples about how we self-preserve. Remember, what are we preserving? We're preserving our conclusions we've come to, the story in our minds. We're preserving our own convictions, right? Nobody can challenge our convictions, right? We build this armor around ourselves. How do we do it? Well, we talk and tell. We talk and tell. When we go out into the world, this is one of these life skills we're talking about. We don't ask and listen, because asking and listening means we're putting the emphasis on the other people to tell us about them, and we'd rather tell them about us. And so instead of asking and listening, we talk and tell. That's armor. We argue and we fight. We justify and we blame. We avoid, we quit. We isolate, we manipulate, and we medicate. 7 examples about how we protect our mindset, the things we believe and who we are, the story in our minds. This is armor we put around our mindset, and these are the ways in which we do it. Now, guess what happens? Now we go out into the world. We take this mindset out into the world, and we join companies, we join teams, we start dating other people, and they bring their mindset into it. And guess what? These 2 people or these multiple people on teams bring these self-preserved mindsets surrounded in this armor, and they start dating, let's say as an example. They start dating, and then they decide to get married, and then they decide to have kids. And it's all built on this mindset of self-preservation. And so when we go out into the world, what happens is our emotions take over, right? And from those emotions, we make decisions. We make decisions about our behaviors. Our behaviors then impact our relationships. Relationships typically break down in many cases because of of the behaviors that came before. And as we've said before, the relationship breakdown leads to the 4 A words. So there you have it. This is the relationship roadmap. Again, we can teach on this for a week. Each one of these boxes has so much more detail underneath. You're probably confused. You're probably overwhelmed. Todd, this is so academic. Remember, I know, I get it. We offer much more teaching on our website and in our workshops. This is just a flyover. But this is the core of what we teach. This is the foundation of what we teach. All of the components and the pieces we teach in the future come back to this. This is the flyover view of how we see relationships and how we get to those 4 A words that provide the burden that Leslie and I are burdened with each and every day.